All right, welcome back here, everybody, here on Primetime Sports Media. My name is Andrew Hernandez, and we're breaking down some of the games for Week 3. Kicking off our game of the week is 1-1 Princeton taking on 2-0 Newman. So the Comets kicking off 2-0 this season with wins over Rock Ridge and Sherrard. On their way, the Comets have pulled another win, 10-16 victory last Saturday against Sherrard. So coming in this game against Princeton. Princeton also coming off a upsetting loss to none other than Morrison last week by a freshman kicker who actually kicked off from Morrison. So here are some of the other players that we expect we're going to hear a lot of names for this Friday night. And that will be for Princeton juniors Noah Laporte, and also Division I athlete Bennett Williams, and also another one, Augie Christensen, is another one that we're going to hear for Princeton. Some names that we're going to hear from Newman are Isaiah Williams, Daniel Kelly, and Carter Rude for Newman as well. So Newman, as y'all know, are expecting to make a far run into the playoffs this season. Hopefully this season they can carry on as they carry on the tradition there at Newman Central Catholic there as a football tradition. Hopefully bring this year, their goal right now is they're working hard also to bring it 7th state title in program history since 1990. All right, moving on to our other game out of the Western Big Six is Sterling, 0-2 Sterling taking on 1-1 United Township. Sterling, for the first time in many years, as start off 0-2 for the Golden Warriors, because this would actually be the first time in this modern time that we've seen them start 0-2 technically. So Sterling, as you all know about Sterling High School here in Sterling, Illinois, has both schools like Newman Central Catholic and Sterling High School have, in the recent years, have had dominating football teams, as you all know. During the last probably, I think, 12 years or so, and I believe since Coach Slemmer took over the Sterling program as well. So as y'all know, like during that year span, Newman has won 2 state titles, one in 2013 and one in 2019 as well. And even in 2017, both Newman and Sterling both made it to the semifinals, because you also know for Sterling, 2017, 2018, and 2019, during that span of those 3 years, were also when they started having dominant football teams as well during those years. So Sterling, there were other names that we heard a lot probably this season out of Sterling. Definitely first one at the quarterback spot, Joseph Holcomb. He was probably my pick for offensive player of the game. For that one was probably going to be Joseph Holcomb. He read the quarterback spot well, I believe, too. And they also are probably going to split a lot between Holcomb and Nettleton there for Sterling. As coming in, they're facing against United Township 1-1, starting off in Western Big Six play. So this win for Sterling is they got to prove that they can still compete no matter how decent or how good they still are. You know, I think this game versus UT just shows that they're able to compete, and you don't sleep on the Golden Warriors, because last year they lost a lot of guys last year that they had during their run, because last year they went 7-2 overall and finished as a conference runner-up in the Western Big Six. But last year they went all the way to the quarterfinals, and then in the playoffs they beat the likes of Harlingen Heights, St. Prider, and Chicago Ghoul before losing to Sycamore in the quarterfinals. But I think they got some kids that can make some good plays also for Sterling. And also for one of them is United Township. Other names that they're probably going to hear a lot if you go to the game in East Moline at the Skull Bowl. And that would be named at the quarterback spot, Matthew Kelly, and also the receiver spot, Corey Randall. It's probably some of the names that you'll probably hear if you go to the Skull Bowl Friday night as United Township takes on Sterling and East Moline. Next up, moving on to the Big Northern, and then it's Rock Falls taking on Dixon. Rock Falls last Thursday night, we watched them play Stillman Valley, and they, in the first quarter, they were competing, but as you know, that the running plays also the Big North. A lot of those teams will rush the ball, as you all know, but Dixon is going to be its matchup. Dixon currently is standing in the Big Northern as currently tied 2-0 with Byron. I bet you, like a lot of people are going to say, that game up in Dixon between when they play Byron is probably going to be the best one yet in the conference overall. So some of the key players for Dixon are going to be at the quarterback spot, Tyler Shaner. Also, Aiden Wiseman at the running back spot. Eli Davidson also back, also after missing his sophomore season of football season. And also Colton Shaner, and also another name at the receiver spot. For Rock Falls, there's going to be some names that you're probably going to hear. Easton Canales, Austin Castaneda, and Mikey Flowers. Also, we're going to hear on the defense spot will be Mikey Flowers. And on the offensive side are going to be Austin Castaneda and Easton Canales also as well. Moving on, well, we stay in the Three Rivers, another game. Battle of undefeateds, and it's Morrison coming in against Orion. So the Mustangs kick off 2-0 after 2 wins. Week 1 with the win over Mendota, and last week with the upset over Princeton, down in Princeton. So this game, Morrison's kicking off 2-0, and actually, as a lot of people don't know, it's actually their final year in the Three Rivers before next season, before they are head off to the Northwest Upstate Illini Conference. Also, as well, Orion, the Chargers kicking off 2-0, but hopefully show up that younger talent also in Orion, as the Chargers haven't missed the playoffs. They have missed the playoffs. Last time I believe they made the playoffs was in 2019 before losing in the first round of Newman. I know they made it in 2017 in the quarterfinals that lost to Newman. Morrison has not made the playoffs since 2019 because that was the year where they went undefeated and also went to the quarterfinals before losing to Anawan Wethersfield in 1A. So in the 8-man side, we get 2 undefeated teams. Also, the Polo Marcos take on the Milledgeville Missiles. Also, other games we're going to see a lot. Erie Pottstown and the Three Rivers. Erie Pottstown 0-2, taking on 1-1 Monmouth Roseville out in Monmouth. And then finally out in Spring Valley, the Bureau Valley Storm going in 1-1 against the Hall Red Devils 1-1 as well. So a lot of games. We're going to see a lot this Friday night. And hopefully we're going to see a lot of games Saturday as well, possibly. So probably some games that are probably going to be good out of the Western Big Six for Sterling. Also, that's not probably going to be the game of the week for them. Last week, where part of our game of the week was Sterling and Wheaton St. Francis. Also this week, out of the Western Big Six, we have some other games as well. Geneseo, Maple Leafs kick off 2-0, going against 1-1 Moline. 0-2 Rock Island taking on 0-2 Quincy, 2-0 Quincy, and 0-2 Rock Island battle out as well. Especially out of the Big Northern Conference as well, where we have some other games as well. Soma Valley coming in 1-1, a lot of battle of 1-1 teams. So Winnebago coming in 1-1, taking on 1-1 North Boone. We also have 1-1 Stillman Valley taking on 1-1 Rockford Lutheran, and then Oregon coming in 1-1 against Genoa Kingston. That's also 1-1 as well. And then 0-2 Rockford Christian take on 2-0 Byron. Also this Friday night. And also we kick off in the Three Rivers as well. We got some games, pretty good games on both sides of the conference. So Kewanee kicking off 2-0 against 0-2 Mendota as well. And the Three Rivers, we got some more other games on the Three Rivers Rock side. And on the Three Rivers Mississippi side of the divisions. So on the Three Rivers Rock, Girard going in against Wartonsville, Laughlin, 0-2. Riverdale going in 0-2 against 1-1 Rock Ridge. Those are one of the other games, the only conference game. Rock Ridge, Girard is the only one this week playing non-conference play as well. Also out in the Northwest Upstate Illini Conference, as we got other games as well. West Carroll going against Aurora Central Catholic. 0-2. DuPac also kicking off 2-0. They'll play at home against Dakota Friday night. Lena Winslow, also a 2-0 team. They go against Stockton, and then Forson will play Galena. That's also kicking off 2-0. Then Fulton also kicking off 0-2. So Fulton kicked off the season against the two tough teams, possibly the favorites to win it in 1A, and that is the Forson Cardinals and the Lena Winslow Panthers. Leewood also trying to find their third straight state title also as well, and then hopefully they go back-to-back as well, and 4 state titles as they've won the last two ones in 2021 and 2022 as well in 1A. And it's also one of the best rivalries in the small school level in Illinois, as it is Leewood and Forson. 2 dominating teams, but hopefully as well we'll see them. I think they play later in the season as well, so we'll check out week 3, how it goes this week. So we'll see what happens. We'll probably tonight will be at a volleyball game tonight as well between the Yorkville Christian Mustangs and the Rock Falls Rockets from Forestell Taylor Gymnasium and Rock Falls High School tonight. And then tomorrow night we'll be at Roscoe Eve Stadium as the Comets take on the Princeton Tigers. So make sure to check it out here on Prime Net Sports Media on Instagram and Facebook as well, so you don't miss anything as well on any updates as well from games where we're at. And make sure to subscribe to our channel as well so you don't miss out, and have a good one.